Right, here we are at the Toowoomba railway station. I am going to be taking the Westlander this morning. It's an absolutely lovely morning, should be some great views. Still got a fair while before my train arrives, so I guess I've got time to just chill here for a bit. Probably take some photos, host a Twitter space, feel free to follow me there, link below. And I'll see you when my train arrives.
The Westlander is a twice weekly train operated by Queensland Rail that runs from Charleville to Brisbane, Queensland. It has been running for many decades, but in recent years, due to the implementation of improved bus networks and roads, as well as the slow pace that the train operates at, taking more than 3 times the amount of time to reach its destination, there has not been as much use in recent years. However, in 2023, the train still continues to operate on its original schedule and consists of 1 power car, 1 luggage car, 1 lounge car, and 2 passenger cars. Today, I'll be sitting in car B, which has a 2-2 seat configuration. But anyways, without further ado, here is my train arriving at the station. The train arrived ahead of schedule, and before we knew it, we were boarding. I'll do a more in-depth tour of the train later, but for now, here's the first impressions. As you board, there is a luggage rack for all of your carry-on baggage. Within 10 minutes, we were seated and the journey began. Because of the track layout and the train having to go through a triangle junction to get to the station, it has to reverse out. Here's a diagram I did in Microsoft Paint 3D showing the path of the train. In no time we were moving forward and off to Brisbane. The staff did a quick breakfast service which consisted of cereal and an orange juice. They did have a menu with basic snacks, drinks, and even alcohol. However, as this was the last leg of the journey from Charleville, they were not serving it. I do think it would have been nice though, considering that it was still a 4-hour journey. However, they did have a self-service bar for hot drinks, which I will show later. It was at this point where the journey began to slow down. The train had reached a section of track where it has to wind all the way down the mountains to get to the bottom of the Great Dividing Range. Along this section, it is all single track with an average speed limit of 30 kilometers per hour. It takes about 1 hour and 30 minutes to get through this section of track, the same amount of time it takes to get all the way from Toowoomba to Brisbane by road. However, it is much more scenic, and the views are absolutely stunning. Unfortunately, it was quite foggy this morning, so we didn't get many of the views from up high. However, as we descended, the fog cleared and we got some great pictures. Here we are passing Spring Bluff, one of the key sites where the Toowoomba Carnival of Flowers is held. Every year in spring, this whole place blooms into life with lots of colourful flowers, and is where Toowoomba gets its name, the Garden City. But anyway, enough rambling on about flowers, let us tour the train. First we have the bathroom. It was decently clean and had all of the amenities. There was also a shower on board which I forgot to film. As you head towards the front of the train, each car has a bin and a tap for fresh water. Once you pass through a set of doors, you move into car A, which has a much wider aisle and a 2-1 seat layout. Other than that, it is pretty much identical to car B. As we pass through another set of doors, we reach the lounge car. I didn't film the actual lounge much because it was full of people and I felt weird filming it. Here we have the aforementioned self-service station. The options were quite limited, the only two options being tea and coffee. However, on a long haul journey, it is still better than nothing. Here is the snack menu that we mentioned earlier. I quickly grabbed myself a tea and headed back to my seat. As we descended down the mountains, the fog began to clear, and once we reached Halidon, we began to pick up speed. Once we left Halidon, the track straightened out and we were picking up a lot of speed. Here we are passing beneath the Warrego Highway, which is the main road link between Brisbane and Charleville. If you head to the back of car B, you can get some really good views from the back of the train. At this point, the train began to slow down. As we passed Laidley, we began to approach Victoria Tunnel. Victoria Tunnel is one of the oldest tunnels in Queensland and is 537 metres long. Please enjoy this uninterrupted footage of us going through the tunnel. As we left the tunnel, we began to near Rosewood. This is where the railway line connects to the Brisbane suburban network, and the line is also electrified to allow Brisbane's electric trains to travel. We crossed the Bramah River and entered the city of Ipswich. We passed through more of Brisbane's outer suburbs and before we knew it, we were in the inner city region. It's at this point where a lot of these stations are situated underground or beneath buildings to make way for the high density urban planning. We then looped around the north part of the inner city and began our final approach to Roma Street. Due to construction work on the northern lines, many of them were closed, and we had about a 30-minute delay, all of which was spent stationary. So, how did it go? Would I recommend a bus, car or plane over the Westlander? Absolutely. Would I recommend taking the Westlander at least once? Yes. It's a scenic and unique experience that you can't get from road or air transport. While the train was a little dirty, the carriages were quite outdated and there were no staff to be seen. It was quiet, comfortable and very scenic. It also had very good facilities. If you live along the Brisbane to Charleville line, I would definitely recommend taking this train at least once. Or if you're looking to save money, as it is cheaper than a bus, and you have time to spare as well as the schedule lining up with yours, then I would also recommend it. Unfortunately, due to a new inland rail being built and the cost of operation far exceeding the profits as well as lack of usage, the Westlander will not be around for much longer. So I would definitely recommend taking this train while you still have the chance. And with that, we have arrived at Roma Street Station. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like and subscribe, as well as follow me on all my social media, the links of which are below. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.